I'm going to talk to you about Gabooye groups of people collectively known as a Gabooye live in Somalia, descendants of hunting peoples, believed to be the first Somalis who settled in the Horn of Africa. Gabooye groups clients, namely the Yibir, Tumal, Madiban, and Musa Deri, are the minority Somali tribes, identical in any way from the rest of the Somali population. But to this day, they have been driven to a forceful silence and violence in order to fight for their rights. Gabooye people are traditionally being considered different and lower caste groups, and Gabooye people are routinely being subjected to a discrimination and humiliation, oppression, and even persecutions, just for the wrong reasons of being who they are, a Gabooye, at the hands of who? At the hands of their fellow Somalis, simply because they belong to a particular tribal subgroup of Somali society, and are also call it by the offensive term of Midgan or Madiban. There has been an effort by the Somali civic and cultural leaders to discourage use of this term, but this has run up against a deep-rooted intolerance. The cause of this practice. In fact, back in the days when majority of Somalis were living as a nomadic people, Gabooye had the extra surviving ability above all other Somali clients, which was actually hunting, and it was there where it all began, from greed and jealousies turned into an accusation of eating a carcass, a dead body of an animal. It is the most stupid stereotype and you could say most successful one. Gabooye people had eaten a dead meat. Dead meat, especially the ones they killed during hunting trips. So, like, literally what it means is that they eating a non-halal social meat. Group Somalis are forbidden to intermarry with Gabooye outcast clients, upon punishment of becoming outcasts themselves. Indeed, Somalis from major clients routinely refuse to eat and share food with Gabooye people. During the Somali Civil War in 1990s, without an armed militants, they have been particularly vulnerable to attacks by militants of a large clients whom accuse Gabooye of being loyal to overthrowing dictator Mohammed Ziyad Barre, Allah Rahmah. Because of their outcast states, none of the other powerful clients came to their rescue, as they were outside the client system of settlement. Those who suffered had no opportunity of gaining compensation for their losses. They are most hardworking and outstanding people, and number one peace-loving Somali clients. Gabooye community have traditionally worked as smiths, barbers, and leather workers for other bathroom communities, as well as medical advisors and midwives. Tumal are the blacksmiths. Yibir in the south of Somalia are traditional doctors. Gabooye women and men perform infabulations and circumcisions respectively. Other Gabooyes are clothes makers, butchers, and singers. Most iconic singers such as Muhammad Saleban, Omar Dule, Marian Musa. These are the greatest singers Somalia has ever produced. Musicians and wonderful people. Most of the Somalis will meet them and even invite them in their ceremonies and beg them to entertain them. And yet again, majority of those people will carry the wrong tradition practice about Gabooye. Isn't that really disgrace and arrogant? Something you could say, I could not explain this, but I could say like double face. In Somali we say laba wajile or double standard. Unfortunately, we enjoy your music, we dance with you, we like you, we admire you, but at the same time we are doubting about your people. We discriminate your people. We hate them. It's like loving and admiring Michael Jackson at the same time saying these people are not existed. They are not human. They're not like me. It is terrible. It is disgrace. It's two-faced, and that need to be something that need to be changed. This wrongfully social practice continue to be effective in Somalia today. How do we tackle this horrible practice? This is what a lot has been said in the past on radio, televisions, in order to solve this problem, but still the progress is very little. They say action speaks louder than speaking. I believe it is time for action. We all need to come together and take responsibility to fight this. There is a Somali saying, gacmo wadajir bay wax ku gooyaan. Two hands together can cut down or put down. So similarly, in order to tackle this problem, we need to work. We need to work from top to bottom as a team. First of all, we need a strong government. A lack of government in the last 20 years has also didn't do any good for this as well, for the boys, because people have been getting away with whatever they want to do. We need a government to make a law designed to bring action to offenders and criminals. They criminalize the use of offensive words such as midgan or madiban. Government should make sure that all persons or all people shall enjoy the right to live with dignity, free from any harassments and action by the Somalia government or by any person with compromise this dignity. The practice of second-class citizenship, outcast or discrimination based on a tribal association and work should be abolished. It is practiced in any form in any public place should be forbidden. Enforcement of any disability arising out of second-class citizenship shall be treated as a shocking offense and punishable. Every Somali citizen should enjoy the right to choose right to choose a spouse, say a wife or a husband that he choose in respect of a tribe, or should should be protected from harassment, violence, and torture, which mainly Gaboyes suffer once they try to cross marriage to the other non-Gabooye people. Young will come to face as soon as he declare that he want to do a cross marriage. I mean, a marriage to. He will face a lot of problem. A violation of this right must be punishable according to the law. The state should ensure that Gabooye groups have access to free, competent legal service to represent their interests. It is very sad. It is very sad to hear some of the stories and the struggle Gabooye people face daily. It is dreadful and unbearable, yet it hurts me to see their suffering. However, most people don't seem to care. It is truly heartbreaking. So let's stand for justice, and inshallah this barbaric practice will come to an end one day. Most certainly, our goal is to bring an end to this barbaric practice, and it is every Somali, everybody, duties and responsibility to play at least a minimal role. Even if you can reach out and can make a massive difference. Each and every one of us, each and every individual, at least get in touch with your family and friends, talk to them about the issue, tell them it is wrong, and this is problem for all Somalis. However, unlike in the past generations, Gaboyes should not just accept what others blame them and fight for their rights. No one has the right to take their identity away, and they have to contest with their fellow Somalis in any aspect of social life, in terms of political, education, businesses. Most recent candidate, Mr. Mubarak Hassan, acting challenge a seat in Hargeisa city during the forthcoming local council election. If elected, Mr. Mubarak will be the first from Gabooye hold an elective office at either local government or parliament level. Hope you got some insight from my talk. Goodbye.
Barkaday